So we had LOI show on.
Yeah.
We had him on a month ago, but the video came out for free last week.
Yes.
And I titled the video because, you know, on YouTube, you have to title things, you know, if you don't know anything about YouTube, like full podcast titling, just a funny name doesn't work. You have to like...
you got to use the SEO shit. What are people searching for?
Like what, you know what I'm saying? So I titled it, LOI Show Talk, Danny Friend of Stop, Pods About Pods, and What's the Bible? What's the Bible is like the funny thing we talked about. We talked about so many things.
But that, by the way, that title, that's usually the format that...
They will use.
Yes, that's kind of that's the meta.
Danny from the Stop saw this. And he started tweeting about us. He started tweeting about the pod. He was like getting that tone groove and Jay Nobles.
Oh, okay.
Tweet and delete it, by the way. The only reason I know it is this because Minutes Material talked about it on their show, and Adam22 screenshotted it and sent it over to AJ.
Okay, amazing. Why is Adam22 also involved in this? Who knows? But that's funny. Why is Adam22 screenshotting? Yo, Adam22 screenshotting Danny from the Stop tweets. It's a fucking crazy sentence.
It's the funniest shit ever.
Yeah.
So,
oh shit.
So I fucking, so shout out to AJ. Shout out to all of Homeroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they were very gracious. They
great episode.
Great episode. Our fans loved it. AJ reached out and said, "Yo, you want to do like an ad for the pod?" And they sent me a sizzle reel. I put it in there. I was like, "Okay, dope." So when I went to watch the episode, because I usually watch this shit while I'm playing the game, but I was like, it dropped last night or yesterday, and I was like, I saw it. And I was like, oh, I want to see my face. I like their podcast. I'm like, I want to see my face on the podcast. Of course. So I'm just skimming through the timeline, and I saw my face, and I thought, oh, okay, here we go. And I'm like, whoa, this is my sizzle reel because I edited it. They were playing a clip from the pod because the clip they were talking about Danny again, like inside the pod, and Danny got mad again. And I was like, oh shit, I reignited this.
Yeah.
The funny thing about this is, like, I was texting Tone Groove when we did the pod. I was like, yo, I'm probably gonna clip out the Danny conversation we had for the algorithm.
Yeah.
But I decided against it because I thought it was messy. I was like, I ain't trying to be messy.
So you didn't even...
No. The only reason I titled it that way because that's how, like, SEO purposes.
Yeah, Danny from the
like,
top. Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to, I didn't clip it out because I didn't want to be messy. And somehow we still wound up being messy.
Well, I don't know how much this gets into a weird conversation about like who's truly responsible for shit like that. Because like you asked the questions, but they answered. I mean, it's like this was a conversation that was had about a thing.
Yeah.
That like, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if you watch the pod, AJ is really funny because AJ, he was like, because Tone Groove and J Noble was kind of like talking around Danny. I was like, so you talking about a Danny from the Stop nigga, huh?
Okay, whatever, man.
Bro, because I'm not gonna lie, I went into the podcast with the idea of like, I'm gonna clip this out for content, but then I liked them. I was like, oh no, these are good guys. I don't want to use them for content. This is a new relationship I want to build with these people. Like, I like these dudes. Like, I would like to build a relationship with them. So I was like, no, that's messy. I don't want to do the messy thing.
That's a funny bit though. That's a really funny bit. Because don't you ever, we've all listened to a podcast where like, you can tell they're like talking about something. It's like, yo, oh yeah, like this guy, right? I think we all wish we could do that. Yeah. So I'm not mad at that. But, but you do get a little bit of the blame, of course.
Oh yeah, I get a lot of the blame.
You're like, yeah.
I get it's my fault.
But did it get really bad? I mean, what's going on?
No, the spat started again. So they went at him again on their podcast. They say, yo, he's ugly. Apparently Danny got a problem with being called ugly. I didn't know this about him. Now, is he ugly nigga? Yeah, but that's not my place. Like, I don't fuck men, so I don't really care if the nigga ugly or not.
Come on, you can't.
But he's really sensitive about being called ugly.
You can be sensitive about being called. As a man, you cannot get sensitive about being called ugly. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's the funniest thing. Here's the funniest part about him being called ugly. He did a live stream on his channel responding to that podcast, to the LOI show, not ours. No face cam.
Come on, bro.
Yo,
come on,
bro. If a nigga call you ugly, you cannot respond by not showing your face.
Yo, you gotta serve all face.
You gotta serve, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta go get a cut, bro. You mean?
Yeah, because every man can get at least acceptable, just with like a few enhancements.
Yo, a good hairline,
good cut, yeah,
a good hairline and like a good shirt. You know what I mean?
A hat.
Yo, he could have like fought the ugly allegations.
Yeah,
he just said no.
Better glasses, maybe. I don't know. He wears glasses, right?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't.
Did you get glasses? I mean, anything.
But Danny commented on our video.
He did. He didn't seem mad in our comments.
No, he didn't seem mad. But AJ pointed out on the podcast. But I didn't think none of it at first. He was like, because he said, I didn't realize you reached out to me. I thought I was going to respond to everybody. I didn't, which is kind of like little bro on me a little bit, which it didn't bother me because I'm like, Danny, you're Danny. You know what I mean? But AJ pointed out that he pointed out the Patreon subscribers.
He did.
Which I'm like 90% sure I talked about our Patreon on that episode because I talk about our Patreon a lot.
Sense. If you're getting into content creator talk, that would make sense.
I'm proud of that number, so I talk about it often. Yeah. But for him to bring it up was interesting.
Does he have a Patreon?
Yeah.
Is his numbers public?
Let's see.
Yeah, I feel like because this is what it'll tell me. If his shit is public and it's more than ours, then he's trying to he's trying little bro us. Yes, but if his numbers ain't public, I think it's just saluting. Maybe he knows how hard it is. This will mean a lot right now. Is it just Danny from the stop or just
way less than us a month?
Less than us?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I think he's just being genuine. We're like, yo, that shit is so hard. Because by the way, that is hard to get.
Yeah.
Patreon members to pay for like getting people to pay for content is hard as a content creator.
Yeah.
So I see it. Yeah. So then I think he's being just genuine. Like that's a fucking that's hard.
Yeah. I didn't realize I text Tone Grew like my fault. I comment a video like I didn't know I restarted it. It was like, no, that's cool, whatever. Who give a fuck about that nigga?
Who cares? But
Yo, listen, I have a disdain for a lot of that Joe Budden community. I've talked about a lot of this podcast. I think a lot of you lot are weird. I enjoy not Homeroom. I love Homeroom. Who? You
I'm just doing a pulling you on you.
I was about to go too, by the way. I was gonna go. I said, who? You said I'm pussy? I say names right now, nigga. I hate all them niggas. Not Homeroom, though. I fuck with them niggas. I fuck with them. Yeah, and I don't hate Danny neither. Like I watch Danny's content. Like often, like when I'm taking walks, I watch like 6 Danny videos in a row. Right, I like Danny videos. Yeah. That's how I get my Joe Budden news.
Yeah, but I think you got a bigger issue. Like just about the idea of content creators and like
it's
bench players talking like starters. I hated that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's creators versus commentators. Like I think what Homeroom do is very much they're creating, right? Are they commenting? Yes, but it takes a level of talent to make new topics out of the things that other people are talking about and like build on it.
And I think even just like branding, like the way that their shows are built.
Yeah.
A lot of that feels very creatory to me,
Yes. Yeah. When Danny, on the other hand, I think Danny is just news. I have no issue with that.
Yeah, commentary.
It's not even comment, it's just straight news. Which my problem with Danny is when he start popping and shit like he is like you're a news vehicle. Like
for a specific topic.
For a specific
niche topic that a certain amount of people are
now granted, salute to Danny, I've seen that one of his problem was niggas said you can only make Joe Budden content and he's like expanding out and doing other stuff.
That's good.
Good for you. Like I'm good for you, bro.
That's what you should do. Yeah, when people are like, you can only do this, you got to prove them wrong.
Yeah, no, we've very much done that on this channel. Like, people say we can only do comedy stuff. Now we're doing way more serious conversations and networking. But I don't like that talking that talk F and F nigga. Just to say it, if we're gonna go there, I don't listen. How do I phrase it without not trying to start beef with you? Because I don't want beef with you. I truly don't. I don't know you from a can of paint. I don't. And I don't have any issues with you, like, as a person, as a human. You're probably a great guy, and I'm sure you are, unless you were at the freak offs. But my issue with you is you seem like, and I'm going to say this because I'm from the East Coast, I'm from Philly, I'm going to say this as real as possible. You seem like a dick eater. Like, you seem like you seem like you gargle dick. And I don't mean it, and I mean that respectfully. Now, why do I say that about you? What?
Good.
When you were talking about how Homeroom got flued out by Joe Budden, you was like, you sounded jealous, which was like a weird thing to me. It's like, why you jealous? Nigga got flued out. You want to get flued out too? You won the plane ticket. When you talked to Danny about it, you was like, by the way, I flew myself out. Ain't nobody fly me out. I'm like, first of all, you cock sliding Danny from the stop, which is crazy. Second of all, it's not that deep. Joe Budden flew them out. You wanted the flight. Stop dickying. And that's my issue with you as a creator. I don't know, as a person. I watched some of your podcasts. It's not bad. But yeah, that's it.
Just one of the people in the Joe Budden sphere or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. By the way, since I'm kind of in the spirit now, I hate all you niggas that post spaces. I hate you because I want you to remember that you are just a screen recorder and poster.
Is that a thing? Is that because I know people do that, but are people trying to create platforms out of doing that?
Yes, there's like a guy named The Kitchen or some shit like that.
Get out! Get the fuck out!
I want you to know, like, you do nothing but screen record spaces and make shitty thumbnails on Canva. That's all you do. Just remember that. Like, don't never get too big for your britches. It's all like, you niggas are not creators. You niggas are screen recorders, and I want you to remember that. Like, it's a different thing.
Yeah, that's annoying because that's annoying to me that somebody's trying to be like, I'm doing this thing, because that's something you can go on YouTube and find. Like, it's only because it's a Joe Budden sphere that's so niche that we even know the names of these people. If it was somebody like bigger than Joe Budden or somebody that had a much wider audience, somebody screen recording a fucking a space would just be a video on YouTube.
Yeah,
you wouldn't even look at who posted it. It would just be like, oh, I came here to see this, but because it's such a niche community, like you said, The Kitchen or whatever.
I think it's named The Kitchen or something like that.
Like, it's like a thing that we know. Like, I should never know the name of somebody posting a space.
And I want to say, like, I think those guys are important because I'm not chronically online the same way you lot are. So I miss some of the spaces, and some of the spaces be really good conversations. And I appreciate you screen recording and posting them, but don't get too big for your bitches.
But that's what I mean. Like, that it starts and ends at that video.
Yes.
That's it. It's like, it's a utility at best, right? Like, it's just like kind of like, okay, you're keeping record of things that are happening or people actually care about.
Yeah,
So I didn't know we're in the middle of beef. That's really funny. I didn't know fucking Danny was going crazy on Twitter. I didn't know Adam22 screenshotted it. I didn't know LOI talked about it.
So no, Homeroom talked about it.
Homeroom, okay.
Yeah, tertiary werewolf. Somehow we resparked it. Like, we're not that important, but we did respark it.
I think it's thorough.
Well, hello, potty mouth.